It is a new season on the prairie, a season we know will end at that stadium, Mosaic, November 20th for Grey Cup 109. Now the Saskatchewan Roughriders are bound and determined to host it. So a 2nd and 10. First possession, Ticats. Under pressure, losing the ball. Saskatchewan has it. What a start for the green and white. Pete Robertson.
Number 45, Pete Robertson, makes the team as a starter off that defensive end position. And he gets an inside move out of the gate, slaps the ball out of Dane Evans' hands in great field position for Cody Fajardo. Field goal try. And a short one. Put down by Kari Vedvik. And up and through. 12 routes. He can block in the run game. Good tight end as well. Lots of ways to use Jake Burke. Went to Boston College. Throwing. On that play, it's intercepted by Nick Marshall in coverage on Stephen Dunbar. The 12th career interception for Nick Marshall. In the face of Stephen Dunbar now. He doesn't punch him, sticks with him, right in the hip pocket. Hand fighting is legal and fine by both players. Now watch the box out. There's the box out like he's ripping down a rebound, making sure that Dunbar can't get through him to get to the football, and then he high points it. Picked up 13, getting up, running, under 2nd and 7 now. Evans, more heat, down he goes again. Saskatchewan, big Charbel de Beer in there to take down the Ticats QB.
Play and figure out how can I get just a little bit better across the board.
Going to work here. As the pocket collapses, he dumps it off nicely to Morrow. There's some yardage for the Riders. Jamal Morrow across midfield and down to the Hamilton 42 before he is taken down. And a field goal try coming up here on 3rd and 8 for Brett Lother. 48-yard attempt for the veteran kicker for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and like Dom Magala before him, tucked it in. That difference too that allowed Evans to get that pass away. So here we go again in a 1st and goal, further back, and they get to him. Saskatchewan up front.
You got the pressure on Cody there.
Big guitar player. Deep ball. Shot. Oh, what a nice catch by Shaq Evans. Beautiful pass by Fajardo to drop it right in for Shaq Evans. Well, this is one strategy to get away from that rush, is to throw it on time, especially against press. Now, these two guys have worked really hard in the offseason before camp even started on getting back to this kind of connection like they had in 2019. It was 41 yards, Cody Fajardo to Shaq Evans. Riders in business inside the Ticat 40 of the toss. Right, Kean Schaefer-Baker tries the hurdle. A la Vernon Adams, a la Eugene Lewis. Kean Schaefer-Baker with some hops there on that. Keep him in the pocket. Brett Lother from the 30 to give the Riders the lead. Lother is 3 for 3. 41 reps at 2 1/4. That impresses me, I'll tell you. For Marino. Pressure there. Down he goes. Coming in is Larry Dean on the blitz. The former Ticat helping take Dane Evans down.
Bombers both years. And then in the cup for Orlando Steinau.
Over the middle, Fajardo. And it's complete to Duke Williams. Another big completion. As you hear the crowd chanting Duke as he gets that one inside the Hamilton 40. It's in 39. Lother is 3 for 3, trying to make it a 6-point game now. Vedvik the holder. Jorgen Hughes with the snap. And the kick going between the uprights again. 4 for 4. Brett Lother. Not a bad career as an offensive lineman.
Hard when you play for the rival down the road to make the transition, but players have pulled it off, like Michael O'Shea and Chris Van Zyl. Another play by the defense, but games and back-to-back nights. And this one looking like it's coming down to the same thing.
Dramatic finishes to stop. Duke Williams, another big catch. Hear it from the crowd as he gets up near midfield. 2nd and 10 as the crowd picks up. Evans under pressure. Defense on him again. The ball comes loose. Hughes gets his hands on it. Flags come out. Saskatchewan's defense.
Charleston Hughes, remember Van Zyl moved him, and there's Milligan coming around on the stunt from the secondary. Now he's going to be delayed, and then he comes, and as Dane Evans steps up, that's when Milligan gets in there. Milligan gets him from behind.
On second down, the blitz coming. He gets it away. It's caught. Caught by a newcomer. Jacob Prawl with his first CFL catch. And it's a big one. A gain of 33 is the... Lawther back for this field goal try from the 26 to the 41. But doesn't matter here. Brett Lawther is 5 for 5.
The leader that he leans on in the meeting.
On the first down, after the play fake, with time, with the receiver too, it is the aforementioned Shaq Evans with another catch and another first down for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Yeah, and remember, that was great recognition. Beat the zone.
Riders still lead, but it's tight. Fajardo finds a receiver and another nice catch there by Shaq Evans, who has been a busy man here in this season opener. Craig Dickinson can breathe for now.
Yeah.
For now. Because, yeah, if they turn that over on downs, that could be a whole lot of trouble. Looking to set up a screen. Gets it away. He's got more. And he's got some room down the sideline. Cutting it back in. Big game Morrow inside the Hamilton 30. Time.
Yeah.
A lot of fans will be having a good time here throughout the year and in the Grey Cup. Grey Cup 109, November 20th. 7th play of the drive. Here's Fajardo. Wants it all. He has it with a flag coming out. It's Kean Schaefer-Baker. And a touchdown, Saskatchewan.
There is a flag. Let's take a look, because there was some hand fighting going on. But wow, what an example of what Cody Fajardo told us about putting more air under the ball on his deep throws.
And they just announced it was pass interference against Richard Leonard of the Ticats. It is a Schaefer-Baker touchdown, and the Riders back on top by 2 scores.
And this is why he said it to us, said, if I get more air under those deep throws, then I just basically give my receiver a chance to fight for and win a jump ball. And that's exactly what happens here with Schaefer-Baker. I saw the hand fighting both ways and wondered which way that flag would go.
This game for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and it's huge. With the Lawther conversion, they increase their lead to 9.
And Leonard's in a chase position.
Intercepted Derek Moncrief. This could do it. Moncrief still on his feet, heading towards the end zone, and he nearly got there.
Times back there, and this time it is Derek Moncrief, who we've seen play at safety. He's just jumping the crosser. He sees the crosser coming from Braylon Addison, jumps it. Dane Evans doesn't see him, thinks he's going to go deep, and does he get in?
So close. They mark it a return for Derek Moncrief. The Riders can ice this now. Cody Fajardo. And a touchdown, Saskatchewan. They had a hard time finding the end zone, but in the last minute, they have found it twice. Back, you're right. Defense set this up, which is a story in and of itself, the way this game is played out. But Fajardo with the touchdown. One would make it 16, still 2 scores. If they get the 2-point convert, it's a 3-score game. What they're trying now, into the end zone, and Duke Williams has it for the 2-point conversion. Duke Evans. Look at that.
Whoa. He's got the tools to be a real good backup behind Dane Evans.
On the first down, and look at that. More pressure from the Riders. A.C. Leonard, the sacks leader in 2021. Company for Cody Fajardo. 22-8, 30 starts. Winding down. Oh, and isn't that a fitting way to end it? That's how it started. Stripping the ball of a Hamilton quarterback as Charleston Hughes celebrates being back in green and white.
Yeah, I think 39's got a little more tread on the tires.
Here in Edmonton, where the Elks look to bounce back after an embarrassing loss to the Lions, the visitors from Regina hoping to build on a Week 1 win over Hamilton. And good evening.
Gainey is the veteran, CFL veteran at halfback, but after that, young secondary as far as CFL goes.
They will hand it off here to Morrow, and that's a big push ahead for another first down just here for Brett Lothar. Straight on, but from 50. And he knocks this one right down the middle. That is 17 in a row for Brett Lothar.
That's what that is.
With that being said, I'd like to see more flea flickers. It's exciting. Now on a draw, they'll hand it off to Morrow. Cuts it right up the gut. Look at this, the ball, Morrow. Almost got it all right there.
Oh, Ed Gainey.
2nd and 4. Short little toss to Morrow, trying to pick his way through, and he does. Jamal Morrow out to the 40, and he will be taken down there as he busts another big one. It's a Gainey again there to slow him up.
Exciting things coming down the road in the next couple of weeks as well. But again, piece by piece.
2nd and 10 on the 43 here for Arbuckle. Dumps it off, and it's intercepted at the 50.
It's okay. Hang in there.
Victor Grief falls to his knees here. Moncrief slides in.
It hurts right in the solar plex. I don't. How do you explain that? And,
nice play by Moncrief.
Yeah, that's an athletic play by Derek Moncrief. That's one of the all-star linebackers in the league, and he went up there and got it. Most linebackers can't elevate like that. That's a heck of a play. That's the second.
That's how it pretty much is the case in every single league. It's 1st and 10 here. Fajardo takes the handoff, rolls out to his right. Pressure coming down the field. And looks like he's got a completion on the far side, just outside the 30. He goes to Schaefer Baker, his second catch of the ball game.
So you've taken control and engaged the fans again, and I know it'll just continue to grow. So keep up the good work, my friend.
well, thank you for the great work that you guys are doing. You know, you're such an important partner.
It's when you're a superstar in the league.
When you're the highest paid receiver in the league, odds are the camera's going to be on you a little bit. Here's Fajardo, gets it away, down the field, come on! Evans goes up and gets it.
Evans and Cody Fajardo threw it more on a line. This time he throws it up with tons of air on it. So really they gather themselves, and now it becomes a jump ball, and he has confidence. Even a banged up Shaq Evans can win that jump ball more than he loses it. Now the 2-star receivers, one on each team, rip that one down.
Need another big play here, does Cody Fajardo. 2nd and 8 on the Edmonton 44. Over the middle, he's got a completion. Schaefer Baker on his feet, but there's a flag back at the 40.
Made that turn immediately.
Riders marching on the Edmonton 16. Fajardo to his running back, cuts it back, staying on his feet, down to the 5, keeps going, stopped just short to ball. Morrow with a nice push towards the end zone. Saskatchewan 26. Cody Fajardo will look to end it here. He's going to turn around. He's going to hand it off. They're going to push it to the end zone and in. Touchdown Riders! Jamal Morrow finishing the play, and the visitors bounce back on top.
Saskatchewan Roughriders, number 49 in that I formation, and he and Awachi are just gonna drive the defenders back. Let's take a ground look at the fullbacks. That big block. Look at, I think it was Toby Antigua that came up off the end. Need a little love in there.
Arbuckle doesn't have a ton of time, and this time he gets taken down. Looked like he was going to get away, but Marino had other ideas. Stands in next to Fajardo. Now he'll flare out to his quarterback's left. 3 right, 3 left for Fajardo. He'll go over the middle. He's got a completion. And that is into the hands of Picton. Just inside the 50 to give the Elks the lead. A 49-yarder straight away. Bobbled again. Castile hustles back on it. Now he's going to throw it ahead. And eventually the ball pops loose, scooped up by the Riders. Adam on it again.
See if the holder back here in Matt Mingle is signaling for the ball. That right hand is up, and usually when the right hand for the holder goes up, that gives the signal to the center that he could snap
The
at any
previous play
time
had been
after
under
that.
review by the command center, which ultimately results in an incomplete pass, and we have a turnover on downs. First down, Saskatchewan.
Wow.
It's called, but
66 yards for Arsenal. Arbuckle in trouble, spins away, stumbles and falls just inside the 20 as Lanier here tonight for the Riders. Lawler out to the left of his quarterback. Arbuckle feeling the pressure again, trying to escape the heat, eventually taken down, and it's Darnell Sankey there to finish the job. Well, at Commonwealth, thank you very much for joining us to wrap up week 2. Schaefer Baker takes the ball and takes it right up the middle. And on to the Elks side of the field, the second half of play. 1st and 10 on the Edmonton 44. Handing it off again, and another excellent run. This time it's Hickson who steps into the game and comes up with a big play. And Lothar to get this lead back. 41 yards straight away. And Lothar knocks that thing right down the middle. Henry right back at him there again. Gets it into the hands of Evans. What a catch by Evans as he waited for it to slide in there, and then he turns momentum up the field immediately for 25 yards.
yeah, to go, a little different style game, but they're grinding it out.
Crowd here trying to get behind this Elks defense. Fajardo out to his left, to the end zone, man wide open, touchdown! He finds him! It's Mick Picton! And Cody Fajardo comes up big in the 4th quarter again, finds Picton for the major.
And he does it early to give himself time. That's the key to this. He sees the blitz from Toby Antigua coming right down the middle. He spins out of that early, and in behind everybody is Picton getting some more play.
For 2, they lead by 5. Fajardo, Picton again, and he saw it just in time.
Did he ever?
I'm not sure he knew that was coming.
Or one at a time to go to overtime.
That's a tough call, especially when it's been so long to deliver a victory. The crowd here at home. Arbuckle in trouble, he's hammered, and the ball pops loose, and it's scooped up. And it was Larry Dean who came across and absolutely hammered Arbuckle.
Coverage. And he's going to stay underneath my receivers over there to the weak side, then he shouldn't be a problem from the backside and pass rush pressure. And boy, was he ever. Great call by Jason Shivers to bait him and make Now we're going to throw the foot penalty.
Simply undisciplined. Morrow on the handoff. Look at this guy go. Morrow taking it all the way down inside the 15. Another crack to seal this thing away. Just outside 20, and no mistake this time as he starts a new streak. Pops this one through.
And to find their guy, I would say he's taken some positive steps with Lawler. You know, every time you're in there and you're competing like they have tonight, you know, you're earning the trust of your offensive linemen. You're earning the trust of your receivers. You gotta keep working that.
One more play for Arbuckle. He's gonna backpedal as far as he can and send one deep to the end zone. Up for grabs. And is it held on to? Intercepted. Final play of the game will end on an interception as Arbuckle just throwing one up.
Thank you, Kate. We welcome you to Montreal on a cooler, overcast summer night here in late June. Last week, Formula One was here, and the Alouettes were on the road to start the season with 2 heartbreaking losses.
We'll keep an eye on him at that halfback position tonight.
Second down, Fajardo. Over the middle, complete, and a first down, Duke Williams with his first catch of the night.
Is that guy right now.
Second and 8. Fajardo, Montreal 40, completes that one. Mitchell Picton, still on his feet, spins around and down to about the 22. Picton had a touchdown. Riders try to get on the board in this game. From 41 yards, the veteran, Lothar. No problem at all.
Well,
to the defender.
Ball comes loose. Dante Absher chasing after it. And they're pushed back to their 15. Deep right for Duke Williams. Oh, he caught that after bobbling it up. Mike Jones had every reason to think the play was over, but it...
See, Williams goes up above the defender to get a hand on this one, but then he's falling down. But notice the eyes on the ball the entire way to the ground.
His second year at a Ball State. So yes, acquired after the stand-back injury, but making his debut tonight. Little pump fake. Taking off and sitting down is Harris with just a couple of seconds left.
Yeah.
No flags in that play. It is a first down for the Owls. On the sweep, Schaefer Bacon. They've used him that way before out of the backfield, and he takes that. His second year with the Alouettes, of course, been nearly a decade with Edmonton. Second and 16 after the loss. Dumping it off to Hickson. He's got some room to go after the catch. Frankie Hickson takes it down for a first down, Saskatchewan.
All three of those guys getting in on that particular look for the Montreal D-line.
So it's Brett Lother. 20 yards. Fourth quarter, 3-down football now for the Riders. Understandably, they have to go, and they are. A third down try. It's complete for the first, and turning around is Picton. Cuts back in. Great running after the catch. Nick Picton, who's finally taken down there by Wesley Sutton, but a first down for the Riders in a game. First and 10. The Alouette 49. Off to the far side, complete to Justin McInnes, who gets by and breaks a tackle inside the 40. And
playing with a high level of confidence early in this 2022 season.
Second and 5. I was going to say, especially on defense, we saw a lot of that. Second and 5. Deeper ball down the right to Duke Williams, who has it and is taken down immediately by Wesley Sutton, but he does get it down to the point
to make a big play, and he delivers.
Nice play there for Duke Williams. So first and 10 at the Alouette 20. Oh, a nice catch there by Jacob Prawl. Down a little lower. Picked it up nicely, and he gets it goal. 5 into the end zone. Duke Williams. They're saying he hung on.
Yeah, left side of your screen, he and Najee Murray tangled up, both with eyes on the ball. Just the calm to not get so caught up in the battle or distracted by the defender. All his focus is on that ball. You see first look for Mason Fine is to Duke Williams, and
they needed quick drives earlier in the half like that to get back in this game, but not to be, but they do get a little closer.
It's been a great Canada Day weekend in the CFL so far, and the stage is set for it to continue here in Regina on a beautiful Saturday evening. It's a rematch at Mosaic as it's over 100 yards through the air so far this year. Fajardo starts at his own 20. They'll hand it off to Morrow, and he cuts it right back up the middle, and he pushes ahead for a great first down scamper, and Morrow stepping up in the game to his left now. Harris fakes the handoff. Some pressure coming. He's in trouble, and he goes down. The Riders' defense is going to get to him, and Trevor Harris is sacked back outside the 10. 4 minutes of play here in the first quarter. Fajardo quickly gets rid of this ball. That'll be complete on the near side of the field. Tevin Jones, and Tevin Jones is going to take it down the sideline, and eventually he'll be tracked down from behind inside the 25, and welcome to Riderville for Tevin Jones.
Get him way outside, but Watson tracked him down.
Second and goal now from the 8. Fajardo to his right, throws to his right, and he's got him. Touchdown Riders, and it's Mitch Picton, his second major of the season, and the Riders go on top.
But Fajardo throws just a bullet, a laser into the hole here to get it to Picton, because there wasn't much room to fit that ball in there. Nice concentration from.
Are now to Mitchell Picton. Lother out for the extra point. And that will cap off a 7-play, well, I believe. Now on the Montreal 53. Harris in trouble. Riders are going to get there again, and they will take him down, and it's Pete Robertson. 6th sack of the season. He's got one in every game. Harris in trouble again. Ball's going to pop loose, and it's scooped up. This time it's Robertson, and he's got it. Ball was knocked free, and Robertson was there to hang on. And the Riders defense
now in Lanier, and AC Leonard, who you just mentioned, led the league last year, and moves him inside. So if the O-line for Montreal was trying to count numbers to get matchups they wanted, they got crossed up there. Lanier comes off the edge and gets to
streak against Montreal. This one from just inside 50, and it is wide left over the head of Worthy. And
we're headed a $12 million facility. We're with you, Kelly. Want to say hi to Robin and Lee, Kennedy, his kids and wife, and keep up the fight. Your teammates are with you.
They're setting up for a 57-yard kick from Lothar. And does he have the leg? He does! A monstrous shot off the foot of Brett Lothar. And that ball will be placed at the Montreal 54. So nice field position to start this half of the Riders. And Morrow, what a carry. We saw this early in the first half for Morrow as well. Another big one's back there. Greg Reed on the 6 game as well. Fajardo. Completion on the near side again. And it's Schaefer Baker again takes it down inside the 15, and the Riders up. 1st and 10 for the Riders on the Montreal 12. Morrow takes the handoff. Morrow's got some room. Jamal Morrow to the end zone. Touchdown. Jamal Morrow takes it all the way. 2nd TD of the season for 25 in green, and the Riders are back on top.
There's your got us in 2nd and long. This is Jason Moss. If he's talking to his team at halftime, he said, got us in 2nd and long. So we come back and let's pound the ball. Let's run it. Run it off tackle. Run those fly sweeps. Sean Jameson.
Bandy. 38th overall pick in 2021, just 23 years old. Now Fajardo's going to swing it out. Here's a huge hole, a lot of room to go. All the way down the sideline, it's Hickson, and he'll take it inside the 25. And they've been saying this since training camp. And now Fajardo will hand it off again, and look at all the room to run again for the Riders. It's Morrow, and he's got another 1st down. Takes it down towards the 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Fajardo hands it off to Morrow again. Puts it back in the middle. Jamal Morrow down to the 5, maybe a little bit further. As the Riders have established a ground attack here. Under center, 2nd and goal from the 1. Fajardo, the quarterback keeper, and he's going to get in for the touchdown as a couple of flags fly. And the Riders look like they finished it this time.
On the goal line to be offside. There's one up here, and there's one that's across the line. Just stay back of that line.
For 2 to Morrow, and he's just going to stroll into the end zone.
Saskatchewan, and Montreal's not gone there.
Harris.
There you go.
Toss out to Antwi. And Antwi, ball pops loose. Riders are on it. They hop on top of that ball before it slides out of bounds. Amari Henderson is able to scoop it up, and the Riders defense comes up big.
Sometimes it's a mistake offensively to fumble the football, and sometimes you're separated. It is the corner, Jeremy Clark, with the right shoulder.
Right into the ball.
Yeah, he tackled the football. Dipped the left, dipped the right shoulder, and popped him right there. Ball comes out.
Second and 6 for Fajardo. Schaefer Baker again. He's got a completion. Schaefer Baker down the far sideline, all the way towards the 10, the 5, towards the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown. Kean Schaefer Baker. 2nd of the season. This one for 44 yards. And the Riders blow it open.
Rider fans, with Shaq Evans out of the lineup, would the receiving core have enough speed? Well, I would suggest with Schaefer Baker on this run, they've got some speed in 89.
Well, they've moved him around that offense. Just stayed.
This offense is one of them.
Lother this time will knock it home. And the Riders on top.
Back on the punt.
Handoff straight up the gut. Look at Jamal Morrow go. That's a hard first down, and he got it. In there to finish him off. 5th tackle of the game for him. Harris steps up in the pocket, tracked down from behind, ball pops loose, but the Alouettes are on top of it. And was that Pete Robertson coming around and getting to 7 again?
Matthew Ray's worked with Zach Collaros, Henry Burris. It's a pretty good list right there.
Harris goes up towards the 40. This one, is it picked off? 2 players arriving at the same time on this one, and a fight ensues for the ball.
Moncrief won the fight, but we'll see what they decide. It sounds like it's going to be a pick.
On the field is interception. First down.
3rd. There's Lewis. Moncrief's off the edge. He's going to drop back out. He'll let the first one go, break on the second one. Oh, yeah, he had that clean first, and then Gino Lewis just tried to make it a tough decision by the officials, but Moncrief made the catch first. Then they have to review if he caught it and secured it.
Vedvik looking for the corner here. And that one will fly out of bounds. 13 yards. Here's Harris. Steps up again. Near side. Picked off. And this one's going to go all the way back midfield and more. It's Marshall. Can he do it again? He's got 4 in his career. Nice move to the 10. Marshall to the 5. And pick 6 the other way. Nick Marshall may have just sealed it for the Riders.
Has had an issue trying to get it to Gino Lewis, his #1 receiver, and the #1 receiver in the CFL after 3 weeks. Now he's under the gun, under pressure, tries to flip it out there to Lewis. But in that matchup, we're going to give the title to Nick Marshall tonight. Quiet night for Lewis, just a couple of catches, and when they threw it to him twice.
Fajardo out here looking for a couple more. Gets it to Morrow, and Morrow once again with the 2-point conversion, and the lead sits at 21%. Completion rate on the season, a touchdown, a couple of interceptions. Gets the ball back here for the Alouettes. He's in trouble right away, and he's taken down immediately. Welcome to the game, VA. Are very wide open, but for different reasons. Adams in trouble again. He's got nowhere to go. Riders get home for a 6th time. I don't know if it was Lanier or Leonard. They were both right there.
Tight in the standings.
They'll hand it off to Hickson, and look at Hickson go. Looked like he might take that one the entire way. They held on for dear life and slowed him down.
Hot and muggy summer Friday night in Regina, Kate, and another meeting of the 2 CFL divisions, which has been thoroughly dominated by the West so far. A steamy Friday night on the prairie, and off the foot of the Red Blacks, Richie Leone. Friday night football is underway here on TSN. Taking it is Morrow, who bounces off a tackler, spins off and gets a great return. You like that? Caleb Evans is in. It's 3rd and 1, and a gamble here for the Red Blacks early in the game. They're at their 37. Evans keeps it, and it will be close. Depends on the spot of the football. Coming in was Roland Milligan, #0. And this is no slam dunk. It'll be an Ottawa first down.
Fall off that right side of the O-line. I'm not sure. He didn't get it.
He did not get it. A turnover on downs on Ottawa's first possession. Pete Robertson. Brett Lawther had a 57-yard field goal last week against Montreal. This from 50. The leg, no problem at all. His third field goal this season already of 50 yards or more in a similar spot in their end. And they didn't make it, but less of a risk for the Riders given where they are in the field. And they've got a first down and more. Morrow inside the 25. And Morrow gets it all the way down.
Shoulder bothering him.
Corey Vedvik puts it down for Brett Lawther, who picks up his second field goal, 2 for 2.
This win, get on the board.
Think of how much has changed since then. 6-3, Ottawa down, Rider ball deep in their zone, and a deeper ball over the middle is completed to Duke Williams, up near the Saskatchewan 40. 2nd and 5, Saskatchewan at their 42. Frankie Hickson this time finds a hole and bursts through across midfield. First down, Saskatchewan.
But often with Owachi in that rundown.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8, Ottawa 53. Owachi stayed in, went out, it's completed to the other side to Morrow. Great speed after the catch from Morrow. They finally track him down. A very busy first half indeed inside the 20. Riders halfway through the second quarter, faking the handoff to Morrow. Fajardo with time. End zone touchdown. Saskatchewan. Duke Williams.
Against Ranthony Tejada, and across the face of Tejada into the corner. No safety help because it's a crossing route from one side to the other, and watch inside leverage. I mean, Duke Williams with that stem off the line of scrimmage, meaning he doesn't just run straight at the defensive back, he stems it off the line.
Just to make it a 10-point Saskatchewan lead, and he does. From their own 54, down 10 now are the Red Blacks. Jeremiah Masoli to pass on first down. It collapses and AC Leonard gets it. Back at the Ottawa 42. Leonard.
That brace, but we'll see a few.
Gets it up across the 45, the 47 now in a 2nd and 3. Saskatchewan handing off to Hickson. Frankie Hickson breaks it through. He's still going. He could be gone. Bailey's chasing him inside the 10. He can't get him. Touchdown, Saskatchewan.
As well, so that creates a lane for Hickson to cut back on. Number 51, Tay Rogers, continue to block even on the backside pursuit, so no one can catch him from behind, and that's a nice move to hop out of that tackle, and away goes Frankie Hickson. But Craig Dickinson's patience with Tay Rogers is paying off.
Last midfield at the Ottawa 53. Here comes Saskatchewan again. Modlin chasing him. Kian Schaefer-Baker has his first catch, and he squeaks through. How did he do that? Schaefer-Baker is not taken down, pushed out around.
Schaefer-Baker somehow can go down this sideline and magically stay in bounds with some great moves and very little space. He did it last week against Montreal in that win. He had a touchdown very similar to going right down the sideline, staying in bounds. He's not going to...
Did have the missed point after, but he is 2 for 2 in the field goal department. Last play, by the looks of things, this first half, and he does pump that one through. Fajardo works that down to Duke Williams, who is just fine. He had to leave the game. 207 combined yards with Morrow and Hickson, who has a touchdown in this game. So here comes Saskatchewan again. Kian Schaefer-Baker, touchdown maker.
Great answer for the Rough Rider offense to come back out here, put a drive together, and the guy who leads the league in yards after catch got another
big second down. Play clock going down. They get it, and it's intercepted. Larry Dean has it. Dean with the pick, gets it back up across the Saskatchewan 45.
And Larry Dean's to the left of your screen, and he's just going to fall under. This is like a two-deep zone defense, or two-man zone defense, I should say, with man-to-man underneath. Larry Dean in a trail position, and he knows he's got help over the top, but this is basically bracket coverage with Moncrief back there, Larry Dean underneath, and Craig Dickinson says, yep.
Interview him, how much it meant to him. Big pick. Rider ball swinging at McGinnis. Lots of room for Justin McGinnis. Inside the Ottawa 40, down to about the 35. Up over the 45, the Riders start again in control under 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Handing off. Jamal Morrow. Cross midfield and more. Auclair taking him down. Howell coming in to help. But it's another third down, touchdown or turnover by the looks of things here. 10th play of the drive. Evans flushed out. Lanier nearly had him. Facing more heat. Keon Adams has him. Down he goes. Turnover on downs. Saskatchewan football under 4 minutes to go. Points down is Ottawa. Caleb Evans. Looks, deep, intercepted. Nick Marshall. Look to go back. Now he's going ahead. Kill some more clock. Marshall with an interception in back-to-back weeks. This one not for a touchdown.
Got such great veteran savvy. I mean, you know, this is just a desperation. Throw it up to Acklin. He basically shut down Jalen Acklin tonight. Acklin had one catch on a fade route, but that was late in the process. And you know, the one way you can get at Nick Marshall is double moves, but you have to have time back there.
Kate, like you, like to echo that sentiment. Welcome everyone to a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Wolfville, Nova Scotia, a town of 4,000, bringing 10,000 fans in, many from other parts of the province to enjoy this game. To 12 at the Argo 52. First possession, touchdown Atlantic. As Fajardo throws and he completes it. Crossing route, Kean Schaefer-Baker, lots of yards after the catch for 89 Riders. The 7, this one about a 42-yard try with Corey Vedvik holding. For the first points of the game. Going right, and no, didn't quite tuck in as it just goes wide right. And it's Brandon Banks running around with it now and finally does take a knee, so 1 point on the board only. In this game, standing back just outside his 5. 1-0 Riders. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter here at Acadia. And touchdown Atlantic. Mario Alford breaks away from 1. Cuts back, has some room, found the edge. Mario Alford announcing his arrival to the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
This is just, hopefully one day we'll get the team down here and be even bigger.
Now, I also have noticed that you've been looking at how the wind is pulling a bit today, as your son was. What do you think about the kicking conditions today?
See if they can increase the lead to 4. And Wather, this time, no doubt about it. Split the uprights.
Thankful that I didn't get the wind.
We got a third down gamble, 1 yard to go. Jamal Morrow, big run Riders. Morrow still on his feet, inside the 25, down inside the 20, before he's finally taken down by Royce Mechie, but a third time to try to tie the game. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Back close to home.
Kilometers.
And your place in history is pretty safe there, 85.
Yes, sir.
Deep ball. Bethel Thompson into coverage, and it's picked off by Blaze Brown. It was for Curly Gittens, and Brown came down with that.
Ball arrives. This is the jump ball throw, the 50-50 ball. Milt did it. Milt caught a lot of these in his 15,000 plus. But Brace, look at the composure with Brown going up, high pointing the ball, ripping it down.
Coming on one big carry he had earlier in this half. Out it goes. It is caught. It's Schaefer-Baker after the catch. Breaks a tackle. Kean Schaefer-Baker still going. closer to that Argo end zone. Great play after the ball got in his hands from Fajardo, who has it now, standing at the 20 of the Argos, flushed out of the pocket. Throws into the end zone. Touchdown, Saskatchewan.
Pocket passes. Caught by number 25.
Jamal Morrow got the ball, took the hit, hung on.
Can also now have to play defense because McLeod Bethel Thompson may have some time for field goal range. That's exactly what happened, though, Rod, when you said he braced himself for this contact. The timing of the play meant that Jamal Morrow knew there was a DB coming downhill, and Jamal Peters.
Oh, something's coming like that. A pretty hard hit, hanging onto the ball.
Yeah, it's one thing for us to up here say it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got to be.
We'll call that competition a tie, I guess. Here, Enoch. Cody Fajardo completing that one to Bruno Labelle, his first catch of touchdown Atlantic.
Yeah, Graham, over 3,500 full-time undergrad students here at Acadia.
Oh, what a catch with a hand up too, and coming down with it, the rookie. Riders are down a touchdown, but they're in business now. From the 32 of Toronto, Fajardo throwing again, completing to Duke Williams. Touchdown Saskatchewan and touchdown Atlanta.
I'll tell you what, it opens up nicely. A little swing pass for Cody Fajardo to just get the attention of the defenders in that post. Take a look at Cody Fajardo on that inside throw. But, you know, defense is all about indicators and defensive backs.
Up and through from the pride of Truro. Midway through the fourth quarter. Cody Fajardo. A deep ball, an open receiver is Kean Schaefer-Baker. And like the Argos,
What has been a fantastic afternoon.
32-yard try to put the Riders back in the lead from Brett Locker. And just a beautiful day here at Mosaic Stadium, Kate, for a football game. A day late, yes, and a few players short for the Roughriders, but they're ready for the rematch against the Argos.
Up front can get the push and give him the time he needs.
On a 2nd and 8 after that 2-yard gain, and he's throwing and completing. There it is. First CFL completion for Dolegala. It's
McLeod Bethel Thompson's got a lot of great targets.
6 more yards for Andrew Harris. 2nd down. Throwing intercepted. Darnell Sankey with the first turnover of this game, and he has the Riders in business inside the Toronto 25.
Sankey's got to take a check there for Andrew Harris. Andrew Harris not running. I drop into coverage, and Sankey drops right underneath that throw on McLeod Bethel Thompson and flops the field just like that. Great field position for Jake Dolegala.
The leading tackler on the
They're throwing it high. When I talk to Matt Dunnigan, you're overstepping.
And Brett Lother, who was 3 for 4 last week, beat Hamilton. Faking to Harris. Off to Markeith Ambles. And a great defensive play by Roland Milligan to come up in goal to go and meet him. Is this the spot for Harris to reach 10K? He has the ball. And no signal for a touchdown. Remarkable career. Still going 3rd and goal. He could go over 10,000 with a touchdown here. Bowling his way. Does he make it, though? On that 3rd down gamble, I don't think so. Roughriders take over on down, so talk about a bittersweet drive.
The team that doesn't care about the milestone in the 10,000 yards is the Saskatchewan Roughriders on 3rd down in their own goal line, and they deny the opportunity for the Argos to score. They're going to call it a fumble.
Toronto trying to add to their lead before halftime. Plenty of time. But not for Bethel Thompson, who is sacked by Charleston Hughes, and the ball comes out. And the Roughriders do have it.
He came out of a cannon. This is vintage. He comes out of his 2-point stand. Looks like he's offside. It's how many times have we watched 39 come off that edge and we thought, well, he must have been offside. I mean, he was so quick ahead of the play and ahead of the tackle, in this case Allen, He went around that corner in a blink of an eye.
For that Saskatchewan defense. Dolagala. And he completes it inside the 30. First down, Roughriders, his favorite target in this debut.
Call getting ready for that next play.
Crucial next play, too, and a second down and goal. An end zone look, Dolagala! Touchdown! Saskatchewan! And it's Tevin Jones. The first touchdown pass in the career of Jake Dolagala.
Accuracy on the throw. The big arm to drop it in on a corner route. In double coverage. His hero Tom Brady did that a few times, I think. Double coverage doesn't bother him.
Just a few times. And
The returner back there.
this would be a 61-yard try for Boris Beatty. And a career high, if he can get it. Seconds ticking down until halftime. No, wide right. He pushed that, and Alford easily takes it out to limit the damage as he runs around, and he takes off, and he's still going. Uh-oh. This could be trouble for the Argos. What a turn of events this is. Mario Alford into the end zone for a missed field goal return. Touchdown, Saskatchewan. Wow.
Anything can happen in the final 3 minutes of a half or a game in the Canadian Football League. Wow.
And no, there are no flags on the field.
He was going to get out and give up. Basically give himself up. End of the half. Everybody goes in and regroups. And then he starts to get into second, third gear. And then this cut stays in bounds. Right down that sideline. And then long strides it all the way to the end zone.
He had 3 punt return touchdowns with the Montreal Alouettes, bursting on the scene in 2019 with the Owls. And this, after Montreal let him go. Off to Saskatchewan. He does this, and a big moment for the Riders right at the end of the first half. Yes, they did wear helmets back then, by the way. Just not for the photos, for the cards. And here's his grandson with a deep look to a wide-open receiver, Samuel Emilus. Biggest completion of that young man's CFL career.
He waits a little bit for this one before he lets it go, because Emilus stops, puts the brakes on, and catches it in behind coverage. But that was sort of the flick of the wrist.
And this is to restore the 4-point lead, which Lawther does. So this time the offense, Jason Moss on the sideline after they retook the 4-point lead. Flea flicker trying to set it up, but they can't do it. Saskatchewan's defense coming in. It's Christmas in July. DeMarcus Christmas in there, and Larry Dean too.
Oh, you got it. I saw what you did there. I was wondering how quick we'd get to that. Christmas comes early. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I was wondering if Charleston Hughes at the top of your screen got part of this, or did he get there first? But I think it was the work of DeMarcus Christmas up the middle, and then Charleston Hughes jumped on the pile.
He made a big play in June, and I said to Dwayne Ford, it's too early.
I saw what you did.
Oh, and now a bad exchange, batted ahead by Charleston Hughes. What else could go right for the Riders on this day? Touchdown, Saskatchewan.
Snap here from Bethel Thompson. He bats it forward so Thompson can't get it. Catches it on the second hop and walks in.
A big discussion now.
Is that Saskatchewan number 39 committed an offside pass. We're going to go back to the 21-yard line. It's first down, Saskatchewan.
So no touchdown for Charleston Hughes.
Directing the ball forward, and that was the difference. 2nd and 5,
Riders. Down inside the 5. Who else? Tevin Jones, the favorite target. He got his first start back in week 4 against Montreal here. Handing off, and Hickson, he breaks through. Hickson nearly gets to the goal line. What tremendous second touchdown. Instead, they scrimmage deep, and they will settle for a field goal up and through for Brett Lawler. So they do add to their lead, just not by as much. We'll see what the next 15 has in store with the Argos. In a lot of ways, the better of the two, but the big plays belong to the Riders. And on that one, it's a 3rd down, and they just needed inches for Bethel Thompson to keep this drive going. Doesn't look like it.
Look at
that. Does not look like they got it. Riders start celebrating. A turnover in this 4th quarter on downs. Their 5th turnover of this game, and how big is that?
Is super risky. It's just so hard. I've never seen one overturned.
Ruling on the field stands. Toronto, by losing its challenge, has lost the timeout.
And that's 51 seconds on the clock. 2nd and goal from the Saskatchewan 11. Bethel Thompson. Blitz is coming. Can't get it away in time, and he's pushed back outside the 20.
It's another day in paradise on the prairies. A beautiful 27 degrees as we get set for a big-time West Division battle at Mosaic Stadium. The season crowd here trying to get in his head early. Starts from just outside his own 30. Pressure coming, and they get there early. Work will be taken down on the first play of the game.
Game tonight. Gary Peters, Nick Marshall, and Derek Moncrief.
2nd and 8 for Fajardo. Pressure right up the middle. Looks good here on the move. Rolling to his right down the field. Up for grabs, and they got it. At the 40, it is hauled in. Big play by Fajardo as he finds the 24-year-old Emelis. 8 yards. 21 of 25 on the season. And he puts that one right down the middle. Season. Rourke starts on his own 40, trailing by a couple of points here in the 1st quarter. Pressure from behind. Ball pops loose, and are the Riders on it? Pressure on Rourke. Can they turn it on? Who it is? Charleston Hughes.
Charleston Hughes
Knocks it out. That's his 3rd forced fumble of the season.
in his matchup against Hughes, and he has to get those feet moving to get him wide and past Nathan Rourke. Good get off for Charleston Hughes to get around the corner and get his left hand on the throwing arm of Rourke.
Does get credit for a sack here.
Got over the top of Lee.
2nd down now for Fajardo. Pressure again from the Lions. Throws it quickly again to the corner, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saskatchewan. Kevin Jones, 2nd of the year, goes up and gets it.
Kevin Jones, because he got some playing time. He got some targets, and he has gained some confidence. This is just a 50-50 ball. He goes up and gets it.
14 word season. Lawler out to make it a 10-1 ball game as the Riders 1st and 10 from the 52 turns and hands it off to Morrow. A huge hole here again to Morrow. Down to the 40, stays on his feet, tracked down and taken down at the 30 by Quincy Moget, but 28. Riders are 4 of 6 on 2nd down. That's the situation they find themselves in here. 2nd and 10. Low snap. Fajardo picks it up over the middle. He's got Williams towards the end zone. Is he in? It's close. Here.
But you see this dig route crosser over the middle, and did he go down by contact before?
Cody Fajardo now slides in under center, pushes ahead over the pile, and he's in. Touchdown, Fajardo. Riders open it up a bit here in the 2nd quarter in Mosaic.
Swing pass to Jamal Morrow gets the receivers going in a swing pass to get success on 1st down, get it right to
the extra point. And he knocks that one right down the gut. Riders
almost 70 yards.
Rourke's going to be throwing here. Big hit.
Ball didn't hit the ground at some point here. Or did he catch it?
Like he almost kept that up on his shoulder. We'll have to get another look at it here. That was loose on the way down.
Loose there. No, bounce. Good call by the official.
Still, I'm going to agree.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, what an act to follow at McMahon Stadium heading north in Alberta. Part 2 of this all-Western doubleheader in the second meeting of the season between the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Edmonton Elks. Now, his third game of the season just came back last week off the 6. And he forced that ball loose, but Saskatchewan gets it. They're able to punt it away, but it sails into the end zone, not able to pin the Elks deep. Instead, they'll put a point on the board on that punt.
Not counting the catches.
And 30 yards on the ground for Morrow now from the 35, 1st and 10. Sweep to Kian Schaefer-Baker.
I'm fucking dead.
And we'd wonder, too, how much more are they going to get 89 involved in their offense. 2nd and goal at the Edmonton 1. Fajardo again. And this time he breaks the plane for the Saskatchewan touchdown. The Riders answer right back after Edmonton scored.
Here, clearly, Fajardo crossed the plane. Love to see the ball from that angle, but here's the reverse. Halfway across the plane.
And Brett Lother with Corey Vedvik holding the point after. And so, once again, a 1-point lead for Saskatchewan. Starting it with the 1-point lead. Faking it to Morrow. Rolling out to his right. Throwing now, completing. A flag comes out. And that is Justin McInnes on the receiving end. It sure has. 22 of 26 in the year, longest 57. This one just inside the 35 for Lother. It was heading left. It is good, though. He just tugs inside. Retake the lead. Oh, the ball comes out, and the Riders have it. Charleston Hughes was there. Gets up as Tony Washington finally wrestles him down again. But just like that, a nice drive is snuffed out.
Concise with his decision making here, but also the ball is too high. You can see that for the running back for Irons, his eyes are down the field. He cannot look down at the ball. He's looking for a hole now. That ball has got to be down here so that if there is some indecision, then he could just grab it out of his hands. But Cornelius is a little high with the ball. The fundamentals just off a fraction of an inch or two.
1-point lead. 4-man rush with time. Deep left for Williams. He's got it. Duke Williams comes down with it.
Okay, Duke's back.
Ed Gainey was on him.
Right on the way down to the ground with the football. Boy, we've seen some.
This is a 46-yard try for Brett Lother. He's got a leg, and he splits those uprights. No problem. So bittersweet for the Elks right now. They have the lead. Impressive late drive, but they lose a starting offensive lineman for the rest of the game. Mario Alford on the return. He breaks free.
Got something.
Mario Alford still going. The half could end this way. You gotta be kidding. Touchdown Saskatchewan.
Patience from Mario Alford. Patient. It looked like it was going to be a short side return inside the numbers, and he takes it to the field. 97 yards, gets one block down there from Justice McInnes, and away he goes.
Toronto a few weeks ago, right at the end of the first half at Mosaic, on a missed field goal try by Boris Beatty. He returned that one back, so another. And he is a new right guard now. 61 Stephen Nielsen in because Mark Cordy was ejected late in the first half. Taken down, Anthony Lanier trips up on that 2nd and 5. Taylor Cornelius, so Nelson back at the Edmonton 10.
Trying to draw him offside.
And a chance to flip the field here. Nelson running over as it's heading out of bounds.
Oh, went back in.
And it rolled back into the end zone. Or was it out of bounds? No, it's still going here, this play. And back at the dead ball line now. That's Ed Gainey.
Shivers certainly one of them, and a candidate for a head coaching job sooner rather than later, I would think.
In the backfield, taking the handoff is Kian Schaefer-Baker, who has a good carry, too.
Something he hasn't done, but is doing tonight very well.
First down, Cornelius.
There you go.
Ran out of time. Keon Adams is there.
Yeah.
The committee to Marcus Christmas, too, as they sack. His first year at Wake Forest. 2nd and 7. Oh, the heat is on again, and down goes Cornelius. 4th team sack by Fajardo and Saskatchewan to win it. From the 34. Complete to midfield. Great throw, great catch by Kean Schaefer-Baker.
It's by Deron Carter.
So in first down from the Edmonton 24, a look into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke Williams. Lion was there, ran past, and with Williams taking a seat, he takes another one now. Time for a snack after a score. And the Riders back in the lead.
Nation section here at Commonwealth Stadium in the end zone down there. Throw behind, so designed to throw to the back shoulder. 5 seconds.
It's kind of when the game begins, isn't it? Now the game starts. We're down around 3 minutes here. Cornelius, 2nd down.
Oh,
Intercepted. Roland Milligan has it. Big pick, Riders inside the 30 and finally takes a tumble down at the 20.
the ball in the wrong spot. I mean, he gets outside. Now, once he's outside and scrambling, stop it there. See, this up at the top of your screen, the scramble rule for a curl route is to go deep. The deeper one comes back. That's the scramble rule. Cornelius thought that Manny Arsenault was going to go into the middle and come back, and he turns to go deep, and it lands right in the hands.
Elks D trying to prevent that, keep it a one-score game. Fajardo in second down, calls his number, Cody Fajardo, touchdown Riders. Ball came out after he'd crossed the plane.
Controversial, I'll call it that, pyramiding call. Again, just a huge call in this game down to the wire when it looked like it was going to become an 8.
Mosaic Stadium ready to rock for the second half of a CFL and TSN doubleheader, and we've got a good one tonight as the Lions roll into town, having won 4 in a row, including a Week 8 victory right here in Regina. The Riders getting back in the win column last. 30 catches on the year for the BC Lions, so both of these guys getting involved in the passing game. 2nd and 1. Back to Morrill again, pushing it ahead, and he's got a big hole and a big pickup again. Takes it just outside the 40, and what a start that were thrown his way. 2nd and 10 for Rourke. 3 receivers to the right. Looks that way, throws that way, and it's intercepted on the far side of the field. Larry Dean looked like it was deflected, came right to Dean. Couple of interceptions last week. This one bouncing into the hands of Larry Dean. Quick boo from the thousands on hand. 1st and goal now from the 5 for Rourke. Looks towards the corner for Burnham. Intercepted. What a play! Moncrief says not this time. He slides underneath. And the 2nd interception of the game.
Going one-on-ones with Brian Burnham. They're going to send pressure, and they're going to leave Moncrief in one-on-ones. Now, early in that first drive, Burnham got in behind Moncrief with the big play to set up the first touchdown. Moncrief wins this one in great position underneath Burnham, and then high points the football. No penalty flag.
2nd consecutive 2-0 for the Lions. Lead 7-0. Flintoff has it blocked. It's deflected and will bounce into the hands of the Riders. And they will hang on to it. Amari Henderson.
In fact, it was. He's right there and just gets inside. He's not the edge player, but he comes around that corner, straight path to the ball, and times that up nicely. Doesn't hit the kicker.
Chip shot for Lothar, and he hammers it through. Now 25 of 29 in place of Cody Fajardo. Lions showing pressure, and they're going to bring the house. He's going to look down the field. Duke Williams goes up and gets it. Staying on his feet, trying to get home, but DJ Lee held on for dear
game.
All the way down to the BC 4. Pressure coming in on Fine. Gets it away, and that is held on to by McInnes. His first CFL touchdown is a big one for the Riders as he hauls in a pass from Mason Fine, and Saskatchewan has life.
Justin McInnes down. Watches. Oh, nice step to the right foot and the head inside. Sales didn't bite completely on it. Was in pretty good position, but he just lost that battle for the football right there. And a simultaneous catch goes to the offense.
Problem is Sales is 5'9". McInnes is 6'5" for the 6th overall pick in 2019, but he's got one. Lothar. Extra point. Little tight.
We think he's a playmaker. Get the ball in his hands, you get a chance.
Especially with some of the other weapons they are missing right now. Fine's going to look down the field, and a big completion on the far side to Justin McInnes. McInnes will take it down to the 30. It's going to be a race inside the 20, and he's hauled down by Purifoy, but the biggest play of the game.
You play with great confidence. You run a great route on the out. The timing is there. Nice throw from Mason Fine, and then turns the corner. Thought he was going to be tackled immediately. Didn't get tackled. Marcus Sales went down.
Number 4. And Rourke this time will be taken down. Welcome back to the lineup, Pete Robertson. Settled down now as they evaluate him. Fine will dump it off, and a bunch of space here for Jamal Morrow. Cuts it back at midfield, and eventually is taken down. One of the bigger plays of the game for the...
Here in Saskatchewan, he'll go back to Cody.
Completion on the far side to McInnes. Tosses off one defender. Lunges ahead out to midfield. There's a flag back.
Thank you, Kate, and welcome to Vancouver, everyone, for the third meeting between the Riders and Lions this past month. There is pressure on both starting quarterbacks tonight. He really can throw the ball. Strong arm, 2nd down and 10 at the BC 51. And there's the heat. They blitz him, and Larry Dean gets to him. Down goes O'Connor back at the Lions 40. Nick Arbuckle getting the start at quarterback, by the way, for Ottawa. From the Saskatchewan 40 over the middle, complete to Schaefer. Baker breaks free, midfield, and nearly kept his feet, but still, he has a good gain. Infuse a lot more interest in the BC Lions. It helps having a good product in the field as well. Leading by 6. 2nd and 2, play action fake, and a deep look. Oh, into the hands of Kean Schaefer Baker. It was deflected by Marcus Sales, and Schaefer Baker snagged it. And
and for Cody Fajardo, even though this bounces around a little bit, and Kean Schaefer Baker maintains his concentration to get it up in the air. Sales has a shot at it, tips it up. Maintain your concentration, keep the ball alive. Back and forth between his right and left hand, and Nathan Cherry, U of S Husky, got home
against the Calgary Dino. And it leaves Saskatchewan with a field goal try at 20 yards.
Up for this 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
There we go.
Blitz coming. Gets it away. Wide open and more. Kean Schaefer Baker get the ball in his hand.
Oh.
And a Lions defender pulls up lane. TJ Lee goes down, but it's a touchdown, Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Yeah, there was almost like they had the wrong personnel group. They had full blitz, and it was just a matter of Fajardo lifting the ball down the middle and letting the athlete and Schaefer Baker go get it. Exactly what he does, and right there is where TJ Lee pulls up with the hamstring and said, I'm going right downtown.
So it's Brett Lothar with the point after try. Up and through.
Guy can fly.
Fajardo again, and a nice catch, and the first one of the season for Kyron Moore.
Yeah, that's big.
1st and 10 from the Lions 38, quarterback draw. Fajardo, good gain inside the 30 and more. Down to the 24-yard line. Let's get an update on Mike.
In this one, he was one-on-one on that edge with Andrew Lauderdale.
Back to Hickson on
There's
the
that
ground.
speed.
There's
There it
a
is.
burst by Hickson.
There's
What a
that
run,
speed.
Frankie Hickson.
Yeah.
Some confidence boost for Cody Fajardo, to be sure, as Lawther. Well, a flag comes out after the ball sails through.
Well,
you know what?
No, hang on. Hang on. That's not my final answer.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you some time to think about it. On the option to Hickson.
Nice.
Oh, breaks a tackle and more. Frankie Hickson, and then a little stiff arm to boot for Marcus Sales. Just beyond the 20-yard line. He's 22 yards away. Strong leg doesn't need to be strong. To keep Johnson in the game on the corner for BC. Complete. Tevin Jones has it up near midfield and a first down. It's Johnson who makes the third catch of this game. First 3 of the season for Hardy. Setting up a screen to Hickson. Yeah, what a move by Frankie Hickson. My goodness. Gain of 15. First and 10 and a look into the end zone. Coverage there. Tevin Jones. Touchdown Saskatchewan.
In that clip we showed you say that Cody Fajardo is our guy and our best chance to win. And I couldn't agree more, and that's not a slight against me.
With his second touchdown pass, a stark contrast to the way things went when he was pulled last week with more in a confident Fajardo. Let's go back to Farhan. 77 yards to be capped off with the point after try here by Lawther. Another point on the up at the BC 53. Lions need a touchdown. They need to hang on to the ball. That snap went awry and falls down. Pipkin lucky to just...
A sensational Sunday afternoon in Regina, and this is about as good as it gets. A jam-packed Mosaic Stadium, the battleground for the 58th Labor Day Classic between the Rough Riders and the Blue Bombers.
Keep in mind, Kyron Moore played his first game last week against BC, returning from injury.
Back to Hickson again. Follows his blockers, and he'll take it down inside the 45. Stays on his feet, tripped up inside the 40. And what a start, what a welcome to a Labor Day Classic for Frank.
Got to mix it up.
35 yards so far on this drive on the ground. Fajardo turns, hands it off to Hickson. Hickson up the middle towards the end zone. Stop just short. What a burst from Frankie Hickson. Cody Fajardo looking to finish the job here. Pushing ahead, and he's in. Flag on the play, but a touchdown Riders. First blood to the home side on this Labor Day Classic.
Winnipeg defensive line. Penalties decline. It's a touchdown.
As the panel talked about, Milt Steagles played in this game as a former Bomber many times and understands that offensively now they're
to make it a 7-point game. And that's exactly what he will do, right down the middle. So well throughout his entire career, finishing it on short yardage. Riders will kick it away. Waiting for it here on the return is Evan Holm.
wow.
And he is going to take a knee, and the 3% Riders actually dead last at 40.5%. Kolaris looks to his left, steps up. They're going to trap him, and the ball pops loose. Fumbled and recovered by the Riders. Miles Brown scoops it up.
Sacks on the season with his 9th of the year, coming around the edge. A great move working on Jamarcus Hardrick. Big step there, gets the hands down and then grabs Zach Kolaris. He gets the sack and the forced fumble. The Riders take over.
Third denied on the attempt over the top from Big Hill. First and 10 midfield for Fajardo. Another completion up to the 40. Kyron Moore, his second catch on this drive. That's his big. Lawther out to attempt a 47-yard field goal, and that one looks good. Riders go on top by 11. Fajardo working from his own 50. Throwing again down the field. He's got Evans. A big pickup all the way down to the Bomber 30. And the Riders.
Real early, but that was an important one to hold the Riders to a field goal attempt here.
Just outside 30. And once again, Lawther makes good on it. And now 14 yards for a team that has struggled in converting second downs so far this season. Pressured, Fajardo stays on his feet. Now he's going to look down the field, wide open, he's got it, and that's complete. It's Picton, and he's going to take it down inside the 45, now down to the 40. And Cody Fajardo making something out of nothing. For Brett Lawther, who's been in a zone as of late. That one, he will sneak in the left side as well, and the Riders
have to avoid any penalty flag there and does a nice job of doing it.
Pressure coming here, Fajardo gets it away, and Hickson's got some room. He's going to take it inside the 50, drops the shoulder, and pushes ahead, and claws his way over midfield into Bomber territory.
But it's not necessarily the head coach is trusting and relying on the guys upstairs to say, you're going to win this challenge if you throw the flag.
Jeff Coates trying to get to Fajardo. He gets away. Number 7 on the run. Now he's going to look down the field. He's got a completion. What a play. And what a return for Lennius.
Medical staff trying to figure out what's up there.
Fajardo over the middle. He's got a man wide open. It's Shaq Evans. And Evans with a huge chunk takes it outside.
The defenses for Saskatchewan, now Winnipeg. And the clock ticks down.
This kick over the head of Holm all the way into the end zone, and he will have to take a knee. And the crowd here, Fajardo sitting at 275 yards. Working from his 50, 5-man pressure for the Bombers. Fajardo, another completion, guns it down inside the 45. This
sometimes is a giveaway.
And they'll pitch it out to Hickson. He's got a ton of room. He's going to take it down inside the 30. Tripped up down to the 25. Frankie Hickson comes up.
Woo! Let's go, Bombers!
You could not ask for a better day in Winnipeg. Absolutely perfect conditions and a sold-out crowd at IG Field, all awaiting the 18th installment of the Banjo Bowl. It is the...
But it should be on the list of things to do if you're a CFL fan, is come here for a Banjo Bowl and get in the stadium. It's pretty cool.
I think pretty cool is a nice way.
Been a story all year long for the green and white.
2nd and 7 for Fajardo. Steps up over the middle. He's got Kyron Moore, and Moore's going to take it all the way out to midfield. And that is the first pass and the first completion. 5, and the Riders' offense remains on the field. Huge play here in the second quarter. Fajardo gets it away. He's got Evans for a first down, and they'll stay on the field. First catch of the game for Shaq Evans.
Home to take his spot.
3rd and 2, they stay out there again. Pressure coming, Fajardo gets it away. Back to Hardy for a first down, and the Riders' offense will stay on the field again. He's going to try it again. Cody Fajardo pushing ahead. Stop. Second try. No. Riders are saying that he's in, and he is. Touchdown Riders called on the near side of the field. Cody Fajardo finishes it off, and a response.
Actually, there was no shot. I mean, Cody Fajardo right here is stopped well short, a whole yard short, but the second effort, keep pushing, and then stretch the ball. The ball has to cross the plane, not the body.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown by Saskatchewan.
Brett Lawther out to make it a 6-point game, and that is exactly what he will do. So, glimmer of hope for the Riders here at the end of the first half. That kick is up, and it is good as he tucks it through. And the Riders...
second half off, and interesting, isn't it, that every single player just mentions congratulations to Sarah, and thanks Sarah for her great work with the CFL over the years.
The league loves her, no doubt about it. Here's Mario Alford. This could change things. Mario Alford to midfield, down to the 50, and the race is on. He's going to take it to the 30, the 15, and he's all the way gone. What a start for the Riders. No flags on the field, and Mario Alford takes it all the way.
That he displays at the top of this run, around the edge, through the hole, and now watch outrunning the angles. Now Leggio is probably not going to catch him, but I'm talking about the rest of that cover team. No shot, couldn't make up ground. He's got another speed and
return, 2 kick returns, and the extra point after a 92-yard return. We work our way through the final half that she'll be with us. Fajardo hands it off to Hickson. He's trying to pop it to the outside, and he does. Frankie Hickson, he's going to take it midfield, hit down at the 50, but another big carry.
Run the ball in certain situations like that, and that's what they're doing.
They're going to pitch it out to Hickson again, and he's got some room. Tracked down from behind after an excellent move. And eventually, 40%, they need a big one here. 2nd and 11. Fajardo looks to his left. Pressure coming. He's going to take off up the middle. Cody Fajardo's got some room. He's going to take it down inside the 15. And he's hammered at the end of the play, and there's a flag on it. 3rd down when he rolled out. He's 15 of 16 for 124 yards. Lother knocks it up and through to make it.
Great reporter, earned great respect. And doing it, you know, I think that what was
a beautiful September night under the lights in Regina as we get set for a West Division clash at Mosaic Stadium. The Elks find themselves in a must-win situation. A loss tonight will officially eliminate them. Brett Lowther out to get the Riders on the board, just under 87% on the season, and no problem here as he punches it through from them. 3rd and just under 2. They'll line up in shotgun for Fajardo. He's going to look down the field. Deep shot to the 10. All the way down to the end zone. Lunging in, and they got it. Touchdown, Shaq Evans. His first of the season. And the Riders strike early.
Shaq Evans, and Cody Fajardo was looking that way from the get-go. He just dropped back, planted his feet, put it up over the shoulder.
To speed, his first touchdown of the year is good for 42 yards.
Shaq Evans is working one-on-one on Jamie Harry. Harry's in his 3rd start.
They're out to make it a 10-point game, just over 10 minutes in. And he does. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Riders once led this game 10-0. They now trail 17-10. Fajardo throwing again, and that is a completion out to midfield as he guns it into the hands.
His chest is hitting his chest, and that ricochet is why the ball gets shot out of there.
Lother from 39, and this time he sneaks it just inside that
rocker that we're used to. I almost said Deron Carter. He's playing defense now.
And this is blocked. Ryan tried to get it away, but the Riders' special teams have come up huge late in the 3rd quarter.
A.J. Allen is going to come down. He's going to step up and go straight down the pipe. Untouched to block this punt attempt. I mean, they had loaded up each side of the formation to make it look like that middle lane was going to stay open. But A.J. Allen fooled.
38, right hash. That one is up, and he misses it to the left. 2 misses tonight for Lother. And he looks to
finding some pieces. The Elks are finding some pieces.
Cornelius in trouble. Not going to get away this time. Taken down by De Beer, his 2nd sack of the season. And missed twice already tonight. This one 35 from the left hash. And he sneaks that one home. 52. 3 left, 3 right for Fajardo. Looks to the left. Tevin Jones will come back and get it. Jones is going to take off on the near side. He stays on his feet. Tevin Jones down inside the 30, and a huge play at just the right time for Lennius. McInnes will slide over by their quarterback. Fajardo waits. Now down the field. Kyron Moore's got it, and he's inside the 10. Goal, down 6. Just over a minute to play. 3-man pressure again from Edmonton. Fajardo to the end zone! Touchdown! He finds him. Welcome back, Lennius! His first of the season could not have come at a better time. And we're deadlocked at 23 in Mosaic.
As a tight end, and he's going to step up and then find the hole. Just a great reaction to see, like a zone look. He runs right into Niles Morgan, and then he slides right into the middle where that empty space is and has to go and catch it behind him, make a really tough catch.
Move the ball the entire 2nd half. Lother, the extra points. And he tucks it home.
Holman the top team in the Canadian Football League since 2019, and the top team this year as well, although the Bombers are coming off a loss in Hamilton 2 weeks ago. They have a chance to clinch at least a home playoff date next year. Crowded IG picking up on offense. Saskatchewan first down, and a throw to the right comes in for a completion there to Kian Schaefer-Baker. So punt by Mark Leggio, Mario Alford, and number 4 Kyron Moore. Brought a little heat. Leggio gets it away, heads down to Alford at his 50 across midfield. The ever dangerous Alford, and around the edge, and he finds it, and up the sideline he goes for a great return to Fajardo. Pressured there, got it away, but we get a 3rd and 5 now. Brett Lother, 25 away, straight down the middle.
First, too much this year. Just a little excited to get back in the action.
2nd and 8, and it's caught going up high to bring that down. Midway point of the second quarter. And Mario Alford is the one back to take this punt by Mark Leggio inside his 15. Alford had a big kick return for a touchdown last time. He's got a big return going here, but coming in to make sure he doesn't go any further is the punter himself.
To be protecting your quarterback. Hamilton did a good job of that.
That's complete. And a first down. Tevin Jones with his first catch of the night. And
that to get Adam Bighill off the field.
Up near midfield now. The start of the second half, and a deep look here. Fajardo for Schaefer-Baker, who has it. Biggest play for the Rider offense in this game, as Kian Schaefer-Baker is down at the Winnipeg 20. The veteran, Clark, on the Rider bench now in a 1st and 10 after that catch by Lenius. Back across, coming down, hit hard by Alexander, and a flag comes out back in the second half inside the Winnipeg 40, thanks to the big play by McInnes and the penalty. And off to the left, complete to James Tuck. Rarely used on a play like that. Tuck won a big play near the Bomber end zone. Fajardo keeps, has the first down, has the touchdown. Saskatchewan.
This knockdown on the left side. Cody Fajardo.
Fajardo taking it on that 3rd and 1 to get back in this game with the point after by Brett. Chip shot for him. 14-yarder put down by Vedvik. No problem at all. Not looking like a rookie at all. Going over 1,000 yards receiving earlier in the night. Wilcox couldn't get to Fajardo. He sneaks away, and he's able to get rid of the ball deep downfield. 2 receivers there, including Schaefer-Baker with his 2nd big catch of the night. Thank you, Kate, with a look at Tim Hortons Field on a chilly autumn night here, Friday night ball, week 18. And the Saskatchewan Roughriders venturing east. They won the CFL, Hamilton Tiger Cats. No game. 2nd and 10, Riders. Quick pass, Kian Schaefer-Baker, first down, and more. Schaefer-Baker finally hauled down by Adeleke, but not
position players in this league, but leading the Saskatchewan Roughriders in receiving by a wide margin, about 300 yards.
Fajardo rolls out, and then he dumps it off to a wide-open Braden Lenius. Down at the 10, taken out of bounds, right down to the 10 and a first down. Riders pressing. A look inside the 5, caught, touchdown, Saskatchewan. Kian Schaefer-Baker has it.
Just a quick hitter with, as you see, Carriel Brooks sort of sitting off.
University of Guelph, so closer to a homecoming for Schaefer-Baker with the point after. You can't say it was uncatchable when Leonard was further away than McInnes was, and did catch it. Hamilton ball, faking to Wes Hills. Another deep look to the right for Dane Evans, looking for Tim White, and this one is intercepted. Nick Marshall, who gets taken down just outside the Rider end zone with his 4th interception of the season.
Slightly inside. Nick Marshall, of course, a guy who has a bit of a reputation for peeking into the backfield, jumping short routes, etc. Hamilton may be gambling that he might do that in this instance, but he stays in good position with Tim White and with the wind. The ball hangs up there a little bit, which
the bell as well. Get some touches in the last couple of games. And it's off to Schaefer Baker. He gets hit right away, but he pulls away. What a great effort by Kean Schaefer Baker, who has the touchdown for the Riders in this game. Little turn. Oh, pressure's coming. It's blocked. Saskatchewan football just outside the 10.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, as Hamilton. Again, I said, when I'm the team against the wind in this situation, I'd rush the punter every time, because things to remember. Long instead of return. But remember, the ball's going to take longer to get there because the snapper is snapping against the wind.
Second down. End zone look. Touchdown. Justin McInnes has it. And again, the Riders take advantage of a Ticats mistake.
Boy, your offensive hopes going into the wind. Big play on special teams, providing the block punt. Cody Fajardo to Justin McInnes.
And second costly block punt allowed by Hamilton this year. They had a breakdown in coverage and up a tight end. Cooper in the backfield, tuck in there as well, and throwing and off to the left for Schaefer Baker. What a catch.
Just another day at the office.
Wow, he's having a night, isn't he? Down to the... You see Blaise Brown going away from him, so Riders catch a break. Setting up the screen, it's intercepted by Pete Robertson. How often do you see that in a defensive end and getting in the way of the screen?
Path here. That's who Dane Evans is looking for. But Pete Robertson recognizes what's coming. You see him rush upfield and then start backing out because he recognizes what the play is and gets himself right in that lane to steal one away from the Tiger Cats.
A 3rd and 5 now as they run down the clock. Redvick to kick it away from his 30, and it's another short one. Not intentionally that time as he comes back for it, and he touches it. He, of course, is eligible. It hit him. He could have picked it up. The flag's automatically coming out. A few of these here in Hamilton.
Review. The kicker, number 70, was the first player to touch the football. That player kicked the ball as a dribble ball. And at that point, Saskatchewan recovered the football. The ball crossed the line of scrimmage. It's a first down, Saskatchewan, with 1 second left on the clock.
Okay, who had Saskatchewan ball in the pool?
They kind of running through the rules here with Corey Vedvik, who is kind of like he kind of knew he could go after the ball, but didn't seem all that committed. Not sure if he made a little bit of a business drafted by the Calgary Stampeders before coming over to Hamilton in free agency.
2nd and 12, over the middle, it's complete. And right near the first down marker, too. 4-man rush, he has time, swings it out, and he completes it too. Shaq Cooper goes back the other way, finds some room and picks up some blocks, and he gets a first down on a good effort after the catch to come back the other way across
the City of Regina set to host the 4th and final game of Week 20 in the Canadian Football League. Calgary's path forward is set. A playoff game in BC against the Lions in the West semifinal. On the other side, no shortage of storylines. The Riders must win.
It's in the offense.
2nd and 11 for fine pressure coming from Calgary. Gets it away just in time down the field, and he drops it in there for Mitch Picton. Big catch for Picton for his quarterback here. Drill to attempt a 46-yard field goal attempt, 84.4% on the year. And he is able to knock that one right down the middle. And we are deadlocked at... And we've seen a little bit more of Cody Fajardo than we kind of expected. There's final play of the quarter. Over the middle, he's got a man wide open, Schaefer Baker. He'll take it inside the 40. And so
let the DBs cut him loose and let him break on some of those first looks.
Author from 45, hit from 46 earlier, and he'll tie this game up mistakes in the early
in that first half.
Well, it didn't look great.
No.
And it hasn't looked great.
The answer is no.
Before either, right? So the answers might not be with the quarterback, maybe. Who knows? On the return, ball pops loose. Riders are on it. That's what they needed to start the third quarter. Philpott on the return, lost the ball, and Saskatchewan's in business.
Yeah, returns we've seen all season long, but it can also turn on a dime when you get a turnover on the return game. It flops the field. Now, no offensive series, even a 2-and-out and a punt changes field position drastically. A turnover flops the field, and Saskatchewan early momentum in this second half.
Larry Dean, I believe,
tailback.
Now he's in a 2nd and 5 position. Stamps are going to bring some heat. Fine sees it to the end zone, and it's touchdown! Riders strike early in quarter number 3. Shaq Evans, 23 yards for his 2nd touchdown of the season.
Okay. No safety in the middle. Full blitz coming at you. The middle's got to be open. As he retreats, he dumps it right down the middle. Ball versus the blitz.
Oh, and after getting that turnover, to not have to settle for a field goal and to punch it in early in the half, to take...
They've underachieved this year.
2nd and 2 for Cody Fajardo into the game, and Fajardo's got some room to run, takes it outside the 45 to the 50, hit late, flag flies, and Cody Fajardo puts some life into tucked just inside the 40. 39-yard attempt. Oh no, he's missed this one as well. That is wide right. And Philpott will take their own 15. Mason Fine, 11 of 17 for 118 yards. And they'll get it to Jamal Morrow. Gets a good block on the outside. He's got a big pickup on first down.
By Cooper Richardson, and then got caught on the retaliation.
Penalty-aided drive for the Riders continues. Morrow goes up and hauls it in. Nice work. Now he's got a first down inside the 25 and a first down.
You know, I know the last month and a half has not been very good, but like, that's a good throw.
Great throw, and Schaefer Baker's the right guy to go up and get it.
Throws. Good pocket presence, good composure back there.
Down the field again, and it's Lennius who goes up and gets it this time. Also a big target.
Managed. And
yeah, if Jake Mayer, for some reason, and we don't expect him to, but if for some reason he was to stumble, you've got a future Hall of Famer sitting there on the sideline.
Yeah.
Which comes back around to the discussion that so many people had. Here goes Mario Alford on the far side of the field, all the way up to the 40. I don't see a flag as he takes it back inside at the 40. Tripped up, stays on his feet. He's still going. Can he get a block? He will. Down to the 20, to the 10, all the way home for Mario Alford.
And one of the best things that Jeremy O'Day has done this year was to bring in Mario Alford to give that return game a lift, and boy, has he ever. And, you know, what I love about this run more than anything is this game is over, but he didn't quit. 104 yards for Mario Alford. Great season again. And really showing
a field goal. And look at this, 32-21. Father will toss it up. That's batted around. The Riders say they are on it. There's going to be a mad fight for that football. And Saskatchewan comes up with it. Emilus at the...
It wasn't producer Dustin's exact script, but Saskatchewan does recover.
Emilus just went in there and got it.
But that ball is placed right where it has to be. That's 1 yard past the 10-yard mark that it has to travel to be live.
The final stop of our Saturday tripleheader brings us to Calgary for the 81st and final game of the regular season. For the Stamps and Riders, it's been a year of transition at the quarterback position. Saskatchewan looking to find the next guy. They will get 1st and 10 from the Rider 36 for Jake Mayer. 3 options out to his left. That's where he looks. Pressure up the middle, and he will be taken down just inside the 40. Miles Brown.
Think about the matchups between those two teams. All 1 possession games all year.
Calgary played thriller against BC as well. They've played some outstanding football games. Here's Mario Alford looking for some room on the far side of the field. Gets a block, takes it down inside the 50, and will be pushed out. That's why you usually kick it away from him. Instant field position.
Either at the wideout where he is now or in the slot back position on the short side.
3rd and 2 at midfield. Riders offense stays on the field, and they find Evans for a first down. A big play, a much needed play for Mason Fine in the 3 yards. A little bit off center to the right. And he punches that one. Called in by Schaefer Baker. 4 options out to the left for Fine. They hand it off to Morrow. He's got some room on the far side of the field, looking for a block. Gets one, cuts it back inside, takes it down inside the 20. And that is the biggest play of the game. From the Calgary 6 for the Riders, Mason Fine gives it to Morrow. Morrow has a lane to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown Riders. Jamal Morrow, for the 3rd time this season, picks up a major, and the Riders have some life here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, all about. He makes a really nice jump cut right after he gets the ball right there. A nice inside move. I think that was Derek Wigan that came up the field, but an inside move to get him to that
5-play, 57-yard drive. And they'll add one more. 5 targets. 3rd and 1 here for Stevens. Big number 15. Great view here from the camera. And he got stopped short. Sankey, among others, there to shut him down. Mason Fine, 13 of 20 for 91 yards. Gets it to his running back, Jamal Morrow's got some space. He's going to take it over midfield, hammered down just inside the 50.
Rears its ugly head again a couple times tonight.
Final quarter of the season for the Riders begins. Fine down the field. That's a relatively tight window, and he gets it to Shaq Evans, who's that year.
Wally Buono was their head coach. Buck Pierce was the backup quarterback.
Rabbit is on the field again. You're going to see him flying to your screen on the left. Looks like Fine took a look over at him. Now he's going to follow him down inside the 30.
And the bunny just took off. I mean,